Okay, so I will start the recording. I have started the recording. So yesterday we saw about what is Java and what are the features of Java. We saw that, right? And what is the history of Java? We saw that. Today we will see how to install the Java in our laptop. Okay, so suppose I want to install the Java in my laptop. So for that you have to install the JDK. Okay, JDK stand for the Java Development Kit. If you want to install Java into your laptop, so you have to install JDK, not into the laptop. If you have computer also, that time also you can install the Java. Okay, in any machine, how to install the Java? I'm telling that. So first thing is that you have to install the JDK, and JDK stand for the Java Development Tool and Java Development Kit, and it is a cross-platform software development environment, which will be provide whatever things we need for to run any Java program or any to make any Java application. It will provide a environment. Okay, it will provide a environment to whatever things we want. Like if you want to run the Java code, or if you want to make any application with the help of Java, whatever things needed for that, this JDK will be provided. Okay, this JDK will be provided, and JDK is offers collection of tools and the library necessary for the developing Java based software application. That thing only. If you want to whatever things is needed for developing the software based applications or the applets, that tools and the libraries, it is provided by the JDK. Now another thing is that how to install the JDK. Simple, we have to come here onto the Chrome. First we will check that now in your laptop Java is there or not. So simply come into the command prompt, or you can type here cmd, go there, here blank screen will become. So here you have to search, that is the Java C. Okay, Java C and enter. If multiple things will become here, means Java is already installed in your system. And if you want to check the Java version, so which version you are using, which version you have installed in your machine, so simply you are right here Java, then hyphen, and the version. You hit enter, and if version is coming, means Java is installed in your machine. Okay, now which version I am using here is the 11.0.12. I suggest you have to also you have to you can also install the JDK version 11.0.12, because after that you are using the AEM, and inside the AEM we are using the AEM 6.0 6.5.0. Okay, and this AEM version is best suitable for that, version. So I suggest you to install this version, because if you install this version means no need to install again and again, no need to install Java again and again, right? So for that I suggest you to install this version. How to install this JDK? Simple, you can come here onto the Chrome, and here you have to write JDK, and version you have to write 11 download. Simple, you can write here. You have to come into the Oracle website directly, and from here you have to log in. After that you have to come here downside, and according to your operating system you have to download that package. So suppose my my operating system is Windows 64-bit, so I will install this package from here, and whenever I install, it will be asked for username and password sometimes. Okay, so you have to fill that. Otherwise I will provide this jar file with you. That is the executable file I will provide to you. You can install from there as well. Okay, simple, we have to click on the next. After that JDK will be installed. Now what is the another thing we have to do? Okay, simple, come into your file manager here inside this PC. Inside this C drive you have to come, and inside then program files you have to come, and see here Java file is there or not. Okay, see there Java file is there or not, or you can check on the CMD again after installing the JDK. Check again, there is Java C. If I type Java C, the information is coming or not, you have to see that. Okay, after that you have to see that Java version is also coming or not, same version is coming or not, you have to see that. Okay, if it is coming right, means that it is okay, Java is installed in your computer. Okay, now how to do, what we need to do that next? Simple, you have to click on this Windows icon, and here you have to search, that is the environmental variable, edit environmental variable. Simple, you have to go there, and here we have to go, that is the environmental variable. Why we are coming here? We are setting the Java path here. Okay, what we are doing here is we are setting the path here. Simply we have to come here into the system variable, and here we have to come into the path is there, double click on that, and after that here click on the new. And here what we need to do, simple, go to the program files, and see Java is there. Go to this Java file, then the JDK 11.1 11.0.12, then inside the bin you have to go, and this path you have to copy from here. Simple, go into the environmental variable again, and here again click on new and paste it here. Okay, I already did that step, that's why I'm not doing this step. And simply you have to click on the okay, and simple again you have to click on the okay. Now we have set the environmental path as well. Okay, now Java is successfully installed in your computer. So how what we install here, that is the JDK. Okay, if you install the JDK means Java is installed in your machine or any computer or your in your laptop as well. Okay, so what do you mean by JDK? So first thing is that JDK stand for the Java Development Tools. It will provide the necessary tools, that is the necessary tools and necessary libraries which is used to developing the Java based software application and the applets as well. Okay, now inside the JDK we have two things, that is JDK and the JRE as well. Okay, have you listen about that? Many times you will be listen about the JDK and the JRE. So what is meant by JRE and what is meant by JDK? JDK stand for the Java Development Kit and JRE stand for the Java Runtime Environment. Okay, JDK stand for the Java Development Kit and JRE stand for the Java Runtime Environment. Where JR is present, JR is present inside the JDK. If you see this diagram, from the diagram we can easily understand it. Right? Inside the JDK, JRE plus development tools are there. Right? Inside the JDK, JRE plus development tools are there. And inside the JRE, we have a JVM plus some library classes are there. Inside the JRE, we have a JVM plus some library classes. And inside the JVM, many things are there, like we means till now we saw that as a security manager, compiler, interpreter, all the things are present inside the JVM. Where JVM is present? JVM is present inside the JRE. And where JR is present? JR is present inside the JDK. Now another thing is that when we have to use the JRE and when we have to use the JDK. Suppose if you are writing the small program like looping program or any epls program you are writing, so if you want to run that program, you need a JRE that time. If you have JRE that time, that is enough. No need to install the JDK. You don't want the JDK that time. Okay, but if you want to build a software application, so for that you want the JRE plus some additional necessary tools as well. That is present inside the JDK. Okay, if you want to run the small scale program like this, the addition program or the multiplication program or the looping program or the epls program, that time JRE is suitable. Okay, no need, that is JRE is enough. Okay, but if you are building the software application, that is Java based software application you want to build, that time along with JRE you want some necessary tools. Means along with JRE you want some development tools. Okay, and this all the tools is JRE plus development tools is called as the JDK. Okay, if you want to build a big application, that time we are using JDK, and if you want to do the small basic program as well, so that time we are using the simple JRE. Okay, both, there is a JRE means Java Runtime Environment and JDK means Java Development Kit. Okay, and this is the diagram of the JDK. Whatever what means, if you install the JDK, this much thing will be installed in your computer. That is JRE plus development tools. Inside JRE, JVM plus library class will be installed in your computer. Okay, and JDK contains Java Runtime Environment, interpreter or the loader. After that, a compiler will be also there. That is Java C. That is C. Remember this thing. That is Java C. Java C means compiler. After that, an archiver, that is jar, and many more files are present inside the JDK. Okay, so this is the all the structure of the JDK. If you install the JDK, this much things will be installed in your computer. Okay, understand? Anyone have any doubt till now? Understand? Anyone have any doubt? Guys, anyone have any doubt? Okay. Now we'll Okay, now we'll go further. Okay, so after that, JDK we have installed, Java is installed in your computer. Now we'll learn about the theory part only, right? Now we will try to create our first hello world program into our Java. So now how to create a class, how to create a Java program? What is meant by class? What is meant by object? That I will tell you in short only now. But inside loops comes, I will tell you in very deep. Okay. Now, as I told you yesterday, Java is a high-level programming language which is based on the concept of object-oriented. And what I told inside the object-oriented means everything is based on the object, right? Everything is based on the object. That is called as the object-oriented. Java is completely based on the concept of the object oriented. Means Java is also based on the object. Whatever things we have here, it is based on the object only. Right. Now suppose anything if you want to run inside the Java, we have to build the object. But if you want to build the objects, how to build the objects? So for that we have to create a class first. Okay. Now if you want to build the object, we have to create a class like a building. Okay. Suppose building and one map is there. With so means whatever things we are writing inside the map, same like that we will create a building. Right. Whatever things we will write inside the map, same like things we will create. We will same like this building will be created. Whatever things we write inside the map. Right. Same like that here. Class is a map and object is a building. Whatever things we write inside the class, same like that our object will be created. Okay, whatever things we write inside the class, our object will be created. Now, how to create a program inside the Java? So if you want to create a program inside the Java, class must be a compulsory. Without class, you cannot able to create a program inside the Java. Okay, without class, you cannot able to create a program inside the Java. Now, suppose we don't have any ideas at all. Okay, we are creating a Java program inside the many ideas like Eclipse or the Visual Studio Code, NetBeans, anything you can use. Okay, but Eclipse is suitable for me, so I am using here the Eclipse only. Okay, suppose we don't have any IDE now. Okay, we don't have any IDE, but we want to run the program. Okay, we want to create a program or we want to run the program as well. So for that, what we will do? Simple will come into the notepad. Okay, notepad or what we will do first things we will do here. I come to the my desktop and here I am creating new folder. Okay, and here I am writing Java programs. Okay, Java programs don't have any ID, but we knows that right. We just now we installed Java in our computer. So without ID also we can able to write the program and we can able to run the program as well. Right. So I have created one folder on my desktop. Now here I will create one file. So new and here I am creating a text document. Okay. Double click on that and here we will write our program. So as I told you, without class you cannot able to create a program inside the Java. Right. And why we are creating a class? Because we want to build the object. Okay. We want to build the object. For that only we are creating a class. As we know that Java is a based on the concept of object oriented. Object oriented means everything is based on the object. So we have to create a object. So how we are creating an object? Just we need to create a class first. Okay. What is the syntax of the class? If you want to create a class, what is the syntax for that? So access modifier we have to write first. Then class keyword we have to write first. Then we have to write a class name and then curly brace open and the curly braces close we have to write. Okay, everything I will be explained. Don't worry. Don't feel confused here only. Okay, I will explain you all the things like what is meant by access modifier, what is meant by class keyword, and what is meant by class name. Okay, so now here access modifier. So we have four types of access modifier. There is the public, private, protected, and default. Anyone you can use here. If you are not using anything here, it will be automatically considered as here default. Okay, it will automatically consider default here. Okay, now what we need to do? So first I have to write access modifier. Suppose I am writing access modifier here, that is the public. Okay, and what is public, what is private, what is protected, I will tell you later. Just remember that we have four types of access modifier: public, private, protected, and default. I am using here public. After that, here we need to write a class access modifier, or I wrote here, right? After that, we need to write a class. So class keyword is compulsory. We need to write this. Okay. So class keyword we need to write. Tomorrow we'll see what is meant by keywords and all. Okay. For now, just remember that class is a keyword here. After that, we have to write a class name. So any class name you can write here. Okay. Any class name you can write here. Suppose I am writing here class name. Okay, and just remember these things. If you want, if you are writing any class name, first letter must be a capital. Okay, if it will not create any problem, but naming convention suggesting that there is the first letter must be a capital here if you are declaring any class name and all. Okay, and then first name first character will be a capital. Now here public I have wrote here, that is the access modifier, then class keyword, and then here is the class name. What we need to do? There is the curly brace open and curly brace close. What is the need of this? Why we are using this curly brace open and curly brace close? It is like a from here our class is starting and here our class will be end. This is our entrance and this is our exit. This is our entrance and this is our exit. Okay, so from here our class is started and till here our class will be present. So whatever thing, suppose I am writing here ABC, so this is present inside the class. Now why I am writing, why I am saying inside the class, because this is the entrance gate and this is the exit gate. So I am writing in the middle of that, so I am saying that this ABC is present inside the class. Suppose I am removing from here, I am writing here. What we need to say, this is a outside of the class, because before starting the gate I am writing the things. Okay, so we can say that this is the outside of the class. Another thing, if I write after the class, after the exit, so what we need to say, this is also outside of the class. Okay, if you want to write anything on the inside the class, you have to write it here. Now we can say that ABC is present inside the class. Okay, because it is present in between open and the closed gate. It is present in between open and the gate, open and the closed gate, so we can say that it is present inside the class now. Okay, now another thing is that we have created here the class structure. That is the first we have used the access modifier, class keyword, then first is the class name I have used here, curly brace open and curly brace close also we have wrote here. This from here open gate and this one is a close gate. Now another thing is that what we need to do, we have to create a one method, that is the main method. And remember that here JVM knows only one method, that is the main method. Okay, JVM knows only the one method, that is the main method. What is this thing, that is the public static void main. For now just you have to remember these things. Okay, public static void and the main. After that here we have string arguments and we have here the that is the array. So you have to remember these things, whatever things I'm writing here, you have to remember always, like why we are writing public, why we are writing here static void main. So I will tell you later why here is the public static void main and all. I will tell you later. Just you have to remember these things and you have to write every time. Okay, this is the necessary things you have to write same as every time. Okay, and remember one thing, another thing is there. Public is small here, class C is small here. After that again public P is a small here. Okay, after that static if I write here, static is also small. Then public static void is also there, so V is also small. And here I'm writing main M is also small here. But if I write here string, means string S is a capital. Okay, string S is a capital here, and then we have to write here argument. Or you can write plus, that is the array, and after that also you can write the argument here. No worries. Okay, it is completely depend on you. If you can write like that also, you can write this as well. Okay, if you want to write this braces after this arguments, you can write it here as well. No worries. Okay, if you write here as well, if you write here as well this thing, that is also okay. Okay, now what is the another thing, so we wrote here, that is the main method. Why we wrote main method here, because remember this thing, suppose I am writing here, that is the 1, and suppose I am writing here the 2. Okay, inside the method I am writing the 2 here. Okay, from here our method is started and from here our method will be end. Here I am writing 1 and here I am writing 2, so which things will be executed first, so that 1 will be not execute first, 2 will be execute first. Why we 2 will be executed, but as we know that like program will be start from here like that and it will be edit here like that, right? But it will not happen like that inside the Java. Many people will be confused here only. Okay, so what is the thing, remember one thing here, JVM always start the execution from the main method. Okay, JVM always start the execution from the main method, not from the class here. Okay, it will always start the execution from the main method, and whatever things we write inside the main method, that only JVM will be executed. So if I am writing here 2, it will execute only the 2 here. It will not execute the 1. Okay, after in this method, if you are redirecting to this 1, so it will be execute that. But whatever things you are writing inside the main method, that thing only JVM will execute. This thing is mandatory. There is the public static void main. JVM only knows this thing. You have to write as it is. Okay, why we are writing public static void main? I will tell you later. But you have to, this thing is mandatory every time you are creating a program. So this thing you need to write that. Okay, there is a public static void main string and the argument. Okay, now inside that, what I am doing? Suppose I want to print something on the console. Console means output, some output I want to print somewhere. How we will print that? So for that, simple, you have to write one command. There is system dot out dot print. Okay. If you want to print anything, you have to write this command. There is system dot out dot print. Okay. Now here inside that, you have to write on the double quote, Whatever things if you want to write, you can write it into the double quote only. Okay, into the double quote only you have to write whatever things you want to write. You can write it into the double quote. And see here, system S is capital, O is small, and print P is small here. Okay, only system S is capital and string S is capital here. Okay, now our program is done. Whatever things I want to write it here, I have done here. First I have created the class, then I have created the main method, and inside the main method I wrote this thing because I want to print some output. That's why I wrote here system.out.print, and here inside that, inside the double quote I wrote here, that is the hello. Now suppose I want to run the program, how we will run that? Because I don't have any idea now how we will run this program. Simple click on the file, then save as. Okay, click on the file, then click on save as, and here only inside the Java program I'm filling this program. So what name we have to give here? Okay, now what name we have to give here? Don't give any name. Okay, which name we have to give? Whatever class name we have given here, same name we have to give to this file as well. What is the class name here? That is the first. Same name we have to give here. F is capital, right? So first, and after that extension we have to give which language we are using here. That is the Java, right? I'm giving here first dot Java. Okay, and after that we'll click on the all files, and I have to save this thing. Okay, now our program is also saved here. If you come into the Java program, and if I maximize this, this first is saved here. See first, and here which file it is? That is the Java file. This file you can delete it now, no worries. Okay, first is there inside this one. Okay, now whatever things we wrote here, that is present inside this first. Now we have created this one as well. So now how to run this program? Okay, I have wrote the program, but how to run this program? Simply you have to come into the CMD again. Simply you have to come into the CMD. Now we are on this path, right? We have to go to this path. How will go there? Go there, simply come here and just copy this path here, control C, or you can start the CMD from here as well. You can type it here CMD. CMD will be open from here as well. But if you want to write from here, so simple copy this path from here. 1 minute. CMD is coming here from here, Java program. Okay, Java program, copy this path, come here, and after that CD and the Java program. If I hit enter, see, now before that we are on this path, that is user and boya. Now we are on the desktop and the Java programs. Right, inside that only we have our file. Inside the Java programs we have our file, that is the first. Now how to run that? So I told you before, right? First if you want to run the program, first we need to compile that program, then we need to run that program, right? If I come into the paint, okay, yesterday I told you whatever things we will write, whatever program we will write it here, that program is called as the source code. Any program we can say that is called the source code. This source code will convert into the byte code, and this byte code will be converted into the machine language, right? First source code will convert into the byte code, and then this byte code will be converted into the machine language. Now the source code is converting it into the byte code, and byte code is again converted into the machine language. Any one thing will be, any thing is responsible for that, right? If the source code is converted into the byte code, one thing is responsible for that, that is the compiler. Okay, compiler is converting source code into the byte code, and this byte code is converted into the machine language. One thing is responsible for that is the interpreter. Right? Interpreter is responsible to convert byte code into the machine language. And just remember that what is the source code of the what is the extension of the source code? That is the .java. .java is a extension for this. .java is extension for the source code. So whatever things we wrote here, that is the what is the extension for that? That is the .java. Right. So if I create a file, so suppose I have created the source code file, that is the first .java, and if I compile that, that file will be converted into the bytecode. After that bytecode, here what is the extension of the bytecode? That is the dot class. Okay, what is the extension for that? That is the dot class is a extension for this bytecode. Okay, now how to run that? Now we are here on the Java programs. We have here our file as well. Inside the file we wrote all the things. Now how to run that? Simply you have to compile that code, right? First step is that we have to compile, and here then for bytecode will be on it, and then bytecode will be, we have to convert into the machine language, right? First we have to compile the code. So for that what we will do? Java C we need to write. This is called as the compiler. Okay, we are compiling the code. So Java C we need to write, and then we need to write here our file name. What is our file name here? We will come here and we'll see what is the file name. That is the first. And what is the extension of that? That is the Java. So simple, we have to come here. Here we need to write first dot Java. And if I hit enter means my it is not giving anything here, because in my program I don't have any error. And if you notice that here first we have only one file, there is a .java file. Now another file is generated here first, and what is the extension of that file? That is the .class file. And as I told you, what is the extension of the bytecode? That is the .class. And whenever we compile the source code into the bytecode, our when we compiler convert into the source code into the bytecode, our first.java extension is converted into the first dot class. This is called as the bytecode. Whatever things is generated here now, this is called as the bytecode. If you want to see that, this like our bytecode will be shown. Okay, this like our bytecode will be seen. Okay, now suppose now bytecode is generated. Suppose I will delete this thing from here. Now suppose in our program we have some error. Suppose I wrote this as small, or suppose I didn't wrote this static from didn't wrote this static, only the public void main is there. I'm saving this program. I will come here and I will again compile the code java c first.java, and if I hit enter, we are getting the error here. On which line we are getting the error? Why? What is the error? It is showing here. Okay, now if you come here into the file as well, so we have only one file here. The dot class file is not generated. Why? Because in our program we have a error. That's why dot class file is also not generated. If you have error in your file, that time your program will be compiled. So you have to make sure that your program is correct here. Now I am save this program. Again our program is correct here only. We will come here and we will compile the code again. Java C Java. My program is compiled. Now again if you see here, dot class file is again generated. Now how to run that? How to see the output? Now we compile the code. Now what we need to do? Our bytecode is also generated. How to run that code? Simple, we need to write here Java, and here after that we need to write a class name. So what is our class name here? See what is the class name? That is the first only. We have to come here and we have to write here first. And if I hit enter, hello is printing on the console. Whatever things I'm writing here, that thing is printing on the console. That is the hello. Okay, this type our we can write our first program, that is the hello world program. Okay, if I want to write hello world here, I will give here space and hello world again. Again we have to save. Now what we need to do, directly if I run this program Java and first, if I directly run without compiling, hello will be only it will be print. What we need to do first, that is the, we have to compile the code first, Java C and first dot Java, then hit enter, our program will be compiled, and again we have to run that program Java and the first. If I hit this thing, hello will be printing on the console. So this type we can create our first program, that is the hello world program. So till now anyone have any issues? How to create in that, how why we are writing that things and all? Anyone have any issues? Anyone have any issues in that? Okay, okay. This type we can write our first Java program. Now another thing is that whatever things we are writing here, it is quite difficult, right? All the things we have to write here, we have to manage here. So now we have to write into the in very simple way. So what we need to do? So for that we have here, that is the IDE. If you search here, that is the IDE. What is meant by IDE here? If I search here, is it integrated development environment? It is a software application that provides comprehensive facilities for the software development. Means if you want, if you are developing something, or if you are creating something, if you are writing anything here, it will provide that environment. If you want to create a class, it will be create a class for you. If you are writing any Java programs or the Python programs, it will be create that environment for you. Whatever things need for that, it will be provide for you, and it will be make easy to write any code and all for you. So that is only called as the integrated development environment, or we can say that that is the IDE. There are many IDEs are present inside the market, like Eclipse or the IntelliJ, NetBeans and all, many things are present. Okay, many IDEs are there, but I'm using here Eclipse. According to your need, you can use your IDE. Okay, I'm using here Eclipse. You can use your Visual Studio Code also, it is NetBeans also, IntelliJ also, anything you can use. Okay, so how to download the Eclipse and all? So simple, we need to download the Eclipse. Then I suggest you, if you are downloading the Eclipse, so you have to download the 2106 download, because this is the best suitable for the EM as well. Don't need to no need to download again and again. Okay, here we have to come, and here we have to click on this package, and after that one zip file will be there. We have to download the zip file as well. Okay, don't download this thing because this is the 2024-03R, so we don't need to download these things. And here Eclipse ID for enterprise, Java and the web developer, these things you have to download, because in future we will try to create a web application. Inside that we want this ID, so no need to download in that again and again as well. For that, try to download this thing here now only. Okay, just according to your operating system you can download these things. If you are using Windows, Mac or the Linux, you according to your operating system you have to download these things. Just click on this one, and one zip file will be downloaded here. Okay, after that you have to unzip that thing, and you have to run the program as it is. Okay, you have to run that Eclipse. Eclipse will be there, that is the Eclipse exe file will be there. You have to run that file, and one application file will be there. If you run these things, Eclipse will be open. First time it will be look like that. See, if I show you, means if I create a new workspace here. Okay, first time it will be look like that here. This time it will be open. Okay, I have make here the shortcut, that's why I'm directly starting from here. So you can start it from there as well. You can create a shortcut, and you can ping into the taskbar as well. Okay, it is downloading. Still you have to unzip that. I have already this thing, that's why I'm not downloading this thing. Okay, so simply you have to unzip that things, and after that you have to run that, it will be run. And how it is looking, so it will be take little bit time for, according to your system it will be start. For me my laptop is little bit slow, so it is taking time. Okay, now it is open. No, okay, so first time it is looking like that. See, first time it is looking like that. Just close this thing, there is the welcome file is there, just close this thing. And here we have this thing, there is the package explorer. Okay, inside this package explorer all the package will be there, all the classes and all things, all the projects will be here inside this package explorer. Here in this blank space our class will be visible. Here downside problem java docs, this is useful for you if you are creating the program. That time it is useful for you only. After that, here inside the outline, whatever class will be there, it is useful for that as well. Okay, this is the perspective here. This is no need now, no need to understand this now. Okay, means whenever you learn the extra thing, that time I will explain you what is the perspective and all. So now this thing is done. Okay, whatever things you want, we have here. Now suppose we want anything here. Now here, if you want to print anything, or if I want to show the if I want to see the output, for that we want a console, because in the IDE all the things are printing, all the outputs are printing on the console only. So what for that, what we need to do, we have to come here into Windows, then here we have to come into the show view, and inside that we have a console. If you are not able to visible anything, simple come into the show view, and here all things are present, just click on that, that things will become here. Now console is also there. Now how to create a class here, how to create a class, because before that we have created with the help of notepad, and we print that as well. Now how to create a class, click on the file, then we have to click on the new, and here we have to create first, that is the project or the java project. Okay, first we need to create a project. I will create a project here. It's a java project. I have clicked on the java project. Any name you can give it here. Suppose I am giving here, that is the April. April is my project name. Okay, now again I'm clicking on next, and then again click on the finish. Then it will be asked for this one. If you want to create, you can create, or if you are not creating that time, then this thing, that is also okay. This like our project is created. Now our java project is created here. just click on the drop down. System library is there, means whatever things need to run our program, that all the library, all the things will be present here. Okay, that all the things are present here. It will be help you to help our program to run. Okay, now source file is there, src file is there. Just right click on that. Whatever classes or whatever packages we want, we can work in this file only, that is inside the src. Okay, right click on that, and after that new, and here you can create a class directly. But we cannot create a class directly, because suppose if you are learning multiple classes, multiple things we are learning. Suppose today we are learning about the hello world program, tomorrow we will learn about the keywords or the variables. After that, if you learn about the operator, constructor and all, so if you create all the things here only, okay, all things if you create here only, if someone will ask you like create show me the loop program or show me the if else program, it is difficult to show them, or difficult to manage them, like which is our if else program or which is my looping program, I don't know, because all the programs we have created here only. To manage these things, what we do, simple, we will create here the package. Okay, package is a collection of the classes. You can say that package is a collection of the classes. Okay, package if you are creating here, give the first letter as a small letter here. Okay, I'm writing here is this basic and program. Camel case letter also you can write. Camel case means first letter is small, and if whatever important thing is there, you can make it capital. Okay, that is called as the camel case. Okay, basic programs I have created here, that is the package name, and this first letter must be a small here if you are creating a package. If you are creating a project, that time first letter must be a capital. For project and for class, first letter must be a capital, but for the package, first letter must be a small. Then click on finish. Our package is created here. Now here we can able to create our class now. So I will create a class here. I will give any name here. So I am giving here, that is the text. If you click on finish, that time our class will automatically create. So first time, before that we have created on the notepad, right? So there we have only have to create the class. The public access modifier. This is our keyword and this is our class name. We only have to create their class. But here we don't have to create. Don't have to create. It will be already created for you. Okay, now what we need to do here, it is suitable, right? Whatever things, see, if I remove this thing from here, if I write here, there's the curly brace open, and if I hit enter, it will be automatically close this thing. So it will be make easier for us, like if you want to write any code, it will make very easier for us to write any code. Okay, suppose now I have created a class. Inside that, what we need to do, we have to write a main method there, because JVM only knows the main method, and JVM start the execution only from the main method. How to write a main method? For that, we have syntax, public, then static, void, and here main we need to write. Inside that, string, and here we need to write a argument first, or we can write it as first, or you can write it after that as well. Curly brace open and curly brace close. For from here our main method is starting, and here our main method is ending simply. Okay, now here another thing is there. If I make it this P as capital P, so see it is giving error here only. We will know that like here I made a mistake. This P must be a small here. This also make easier for us, right? If you know write on the notepad, it will not show any error and all. So that time it is very hectic for to write any code, right? But we have to know that all the things. Inside the public static void main, what we need to do, if I want to print anything, so simple, I will write here system dot out dot println. So you can see here it is showing the some suggestion as well, and inside it double quote I am writing here, there is the hello world. Hello world I am writing, and save this thing. There is the control S. Now I want to run this program. How to run that? Right click on that, then run as, and simply Java application. See now what it is coming here, that is the hello world. Whatever things we are writing here, hello world is coming here. If I write here hello world 1, and if I control save, then again run as, and if I click on the Java application, so hello world 1 is coming. Before that, what we need to do, every time we have to compile the code, and every time we have to run, compile and run we have to do, right? But here no need to compile, directly you can run the code. It will be automatically compile the code as well. Okay, you can run it from here as well. If I click on this button, this button will be also run our program. Okay, now another thing is that system.out.println is there. Again, system.out out, I'm simply writing here system.out.println. Print only I'm writing. Okay. Here I'm writing is the first. Only first I'm writing. And if I run this program now, so hello world 1 and the first is there. But I'm writing here first downside and it is coming on the same line. Why it is coming like that and how to write this first on the next line. So for that we have one thing here, that is the ln. But where we need to write ln means next line, that is after the print we need to write a ln. But ln we need to write, but where we need to write? Suppose I'm writing here the ln, print ln with the first. So can it will print this first on the next line now? So now it is not printing. But if I remove from here and if I write with hello world 1, now if I run this one, so can it will print this first on the next line? Yes, it is printing on the next line. Why it is printing like that? If you write ln on this line, so what will we say? Print hello world, and next statement you can print on the next line. That's the ln means next line. Print hello world 1 and print the next line, next statement on the next line. Okay, that is the meaning of our ln. Suppose after that, if I write here system dot out again and writing here, that is the second here. Here I am writing only the not writing ln, simple I am writing the print. So second will be print on the next line or second will be print on the same line with the first. Anyone? If it is wrong also, no worries. Same line or next line it will be print, that is the second. Anyone? First, second line or the same line? Guys, anyone you can reply. No worries. Second will be print on same line. Okay. Anyone have any another answer? Like same line or the next line it will be print? Okay, we'll see that. If I print this thing, it will be print on the same line. Why it is printing on the same line? Because in the second we don't wrote here, that is the ln. Sorry, with the first we don't wrote here the ln. If I write here ln, this time what it will be say? Print this first, and after that, after printing these things, whatever statement is there, that statement you have to print on the next line. Now if I run this one, so this second will be print on the second line. Okay, if you are removing this thing from here, that is next line. If you are removing from here, okay, and after that if you are writing with this second, so this time also it is printing on the same line. But after second if you are writing anything, that will be print on the next line. Okay, that is the print and the print element method, and this type we can create a program inside the Java. Okay, anyone have any issues? Anyone have any issues till now? Anyone have any issues? Okay, so that is the thing for the today, guys. And today's assignment is that you have to create a program in the Notepad as well. You have to create a program in the IDE as well. That is, you have to install the IDE, that is the Eclipse you can download, or the IntelliJ you can download. With the, means whatever IDE is suitable for you, you can install that, and you have to write the program in that, and you have to send it on the group. Okay, that is the assignment for today, guys. Okay, just do that. If you have any issues, directly you can message me, or you can directly message on the group as well. I will definitely help you. Okay, if you are facing any issues while installing and all, so that for that things I will be help you definitely. Okay, so that is the thing for today, guys. Anyone have any issues? Yes, every day we are sharing this link. Now also we are live on the YouTube channel. That channel name is